Some images change everything we think we know about the universe. NASA has captured millions of photographs from space, but 7 of them still haunt their scientists to this day. What happens when the world's most advanced space agency admits they cannot explain what their own cameras recorded? Since 1958, NASA has sent telescopes, rovers, and spacecraft across our solar system and beyond. Their mission is simple: photograph everything, measure everything, and explain everything. But in 7 specific cases, even their best scientists, engineers, and analysts have walked away without answers. These are not blurry mistakes or camera glitches. These are high-resolution images, verified by multiple instruments, reviewed by hundreds of experts, and still completely unexplained. Today, we examine each one and ask the question that keeps astronomers awake at night: what are we actually looking at? In 2006, NASA's Cassini spacecraft transmitted images of Saturn's North Pole that defied all known atmospheric physics. A perfect hexagon, each side stretching 9,000 miles, was spinning at the planet's pole. The shape was too precise to be natural, too stable to be a storm, and too massive to be anything humans could comprehend. The hexagon has been monitored continuously for over 15 years. It does not change shape. It does not drift or dissolve. Like every other storm system ever observed, scientists have proposed vortex dynamics, standing wave patterns, and jet stream interactions, but none of these theories fully explain why the hexagon remains geometrically perfect year after year. In Islamic tradition, perfect patterns and geometric harmony reflect the order and precision of divine creation. The Quran speaks repeatedly of the heavens and earth created in perfect balance and measure. This mysterious hexagon, stable for decades, reminds us that the universe operates according to laws far beyond human planning. In December 1998, astronauts aboard Space Shuttle Endeavour photographed an object outside their window during the first International Space Station assembly mission. The object was dark, irregular, and unlike any known satellite or debris, NASA officially classified it as a thermal blanket that came loose during a spacewalk. But the object's shape, size, and orbital behavior did not match any thermal blanket ever used. Multiple photographs show the same object from different angles, and amateur radio enthusiasts reported signal anomalies near the object's location. The case remains open because the official explanation leaves critical questions unanswered. How did a blanket maintain stable orbit? Why did multiple tracking systems register it differently? NASA has not revisited the case publicly since 1999. On July 25, 1976, Viking 1 photographed a mesa in the Cydonia region of Mars. From orbit, the formation appeared to show 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth in precise human proportions. The image was released to the public and immediately sparked global debate. NASA scientists stated it was a natural rock formation shaped by light and shadow. In 2001, Mars Global Surveyor photographed the same region with 10 times better resolution. The face appeared less defined, but still showed geometric features not easily explained by erosion alone. In 2007, Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter captured the highest resolution images ever taken of Cydonia. The face structure remained visible, but now scientists could see smaller formations nearby that also displayed unusual symmetry. The debate shifted from, is it a face, to why are there so many symmetrical structures in one location? The Creator's signs are present in all creation. These Martian structures remind us to study creation with humility and wonder. For over 60 years, astronomers have documented brief flashes of light on the lunar surface. These are not meteors or reflections. They are localized bursts lasting 1 to 5 seconds. Appearing in the same locations repeatedly, NASA established the Lunar Transient Phenomena Project to catalogue every reported flash. Over 2,000 events have been logged, yet no single theory explains them all. Proposed causes include gas release, meteor impact, static electricity, and even processes inside the moon itself. None fit perfectly. The most documented case occurred on April 23, 1971, when Apollo 16 astronauts and ground observers simultaneously recorded a flash in the Aristarchus crater. 3 independent sources confirmed the same event. At the same second, NASA listed it as unexplained. NASA's Pioneer 10 and Pioneer 11 spacecraft were launched in the 1970s to explore the outer solar system. By the 1980s, mission controllers noticed both craft were slowing down in a way that defied Newton's laws of motion. The deceleration was tiny, just 8.74 10⁻10 meters per second squared, but it was constant and unexplained. Scientists proposed gas leaks, solar radiation pressure, and gravitational anomalies. None of the numbers matched. In 2012, researchers concluded that uneven heat radiation from the spacecraft's power source was the likely cause. But even this explanation required assumptions about heat distribution that could not be directly verified. The case is considered closed, yet the uncertainty remains in the fine print. On August 15, 1977, the Big Ear radio telescope detected a 72-second signal from space so strong and unusual that astronomer Jerry Eman wrote, "Wow." On the printout, the signal came from the direction of Sagittarius and was never detected again. In 2012, NASA's Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer photographed the same region. Analysts noticed a faint, recurring infrared pattern in that exact coordinate window. The pattern repeated every 11.2 hours, suggesting rotation or orbit. No star, planet, or comet was located there. The connection between the 1977 radio burst and the 2012 infrared pattern has never been confirmed or explained. NASA has not issued an official statement linking the two. The coincidence remains unexplained. In June 2014, astronauts aboard the International Space Station photographed a series of bright structured lights hovering over the Hessdalen Valley in Norway. The lights were recorded on multiple wavelengths: visible, infrared, and ultraviolet. The Hessdalen phenomenon has been studied since the 1980s, but this was the first time it was captured from space. Ground-based scientists measured the light's electromagnetic signatures and confirmed they were not aircraft, drones, or atmospheric reflections. NASA archived the images, but offered no explanation. Norwegian scientists proposed plasma formations caused by geological piezoelectric effects, but the light's structured appearance and controlled movement patterns did not fit any plasma model. The case remains open. Each of these 7 cases is documented in official NASA archives, peer-reviewed journals, or multi-source mission reports. The Saturn Hexagon has been photographed thousands of times by Cassini and later by Hubble. The Black Knight satellite image is catalogued under STS 088-72466 in NASA's public database. The face on Mars has been imaged by 3 separate orbiters across 3 decades. The moon flashes are logged in the Transient Lunar Phenomena database maintained by NASA and independent astronomy groups. The Pioneer Anomaly was peer-reviewed in multiple physics journals before its partial explanation in 2012. The WOW signal is one of the most studied events in SETI history, and the WISE infrared data is publicly accessible. The Hessdalen ISS footage is part of the station's Earth Observation Archive. What makes these cases extraordinary is not lack of data. It is an abundance of data that does not fit current models. NASA has not retracted or dismissed any of these observations. They remain classified as unexplained. Some scientists believe it is a standing wave pattern caused by high-speed jet streams. Others argue the hexagon's stability suggests an unknown atmospheric mechanism unique to gas giants. No lab experiment has successfully recreated the shape at this scale or duration. Skeptics maintain it is space debris or thermal blanket material. Believers point to its orbital characteristics and size inconsistencies as evidence of something more. NASA has not provided detailed telemetry data for independent analysis. Geologists argue it is pareidolia, the human tendency to see faces in random shapes. Others note the surrounding geometric formations and ask why Cydonia has so many in one area. No consensus exists. Proposed explanations include meteor impacts, gas venting, electrostatic discharge, and solar wind interaction. None account for the repeating locations or simultaneous ground and orbital sightings. The 2012 thermal radiation explanation is widely accepted, but relies on assumptions about spacecraft orientation and heat flow that were never directly measured. Some physicists still question whether the case is truly closed. No confirmed link exists between the 1977 radio signal and the 2012 infrared observations. The infrared pattern could be an unrelated asteroid or distant variable star. No follow-up study has been funded. The plasma hypothesis is popular but incomplete. The light's structured geometry, low altitude and long duration do not match known plasma behaviors. Alternative theories include seismic energy release and rare atmospheric chemistry. These mysteries inspire millions to study astronomy, physics, and engineering. University students cite the WOW signal and Saturn Hexagon as reasons they entered science. Amateur astronomers have spent thousands of hours monitoring the moon for flashes, contributing to citizen science projects worldwide. The images also spark philosophical reflection. They remind us that human knowledge has limits. For people of faith, including Muslims, these phenomena affirm the Quranic teaching that Allah has created wonders in the heavens that exceed human understanding. These photos do not threaten science or faith. They deepen both. They humble us. They remind us that the universe is more complex, more beautiful, and more mysterious than any model we build. Dr. Carolyn Porco, Cassini imaging team leader, has stated that the Saturn Hexagon may reveal unknown physics of rotating fluids. If true, it could change how we understand weather systems on Earth and other planets. The Pioneer Anomaly challenged fundamental physics for 3 decades. Even with a proposed solution, it taught scientists to question assumptions and measure more carefully. The WOW signal remains the strongest candidate for an extraterrestrial techno-signature, influencing decades of SETI research and funding. These cases matter because they represent the edge of human knowledge. Science advances not by explaining everything, but by admitting what it cannot explain, and working toward better tools, better theories, and better questions. The Quran repeatedly calls on humans to reflect on creation as a sign of divine wisdom. These photographs are precisely that, signs that invite reflection, study, and humility. We have examined 7 photographs NASA cannot fully explain. We know the Saturn Hexagon is real, stable, and geometrically perfect. We know the Black Knight satellite was photographed, but poorly explained. We know the face on Mars has been imaged repeatedly with consistent geometric features. We know the moon flashes occur. The Pioneer craft slowed unexpectedly. The WOW signal's location shows infrared patterns, and the Hessdalen Lights were captured from space. What we do not know is why these phenomena behave the way they do, what laws of physics govern them, or whether current science has the tools to answer these questions, and that uncertainty is exactly what makes them important. Now we ask, what happens next? The James Webb Space Telescope may observe the hexagon in infrared, revealing temperature and pressure data that could finally explain its stability. Mission data expected through 2030. Black Knight satellite. Without new orbital tracking or declassified telemetry, this case will likely remain unresolved. Space debris databases are improving, which may retroactively identify the object. Face on Mars. Future Mars missions with ground-penetrating radar may explore Cydonia's subsurface. If unusual mineral compositions or hollow chambers are found, interest will resurge. Moon flashes. Lunar Gateway, NASA's planned moon-orbiting station, will carry advanced sensors capable of real-time flash detection and analysis, expected operational by late 2020s. Pioneer Anomaly. Unless new deep space probes exhibit similar behavior, further research is unlikely. WOW signal follow-up. The region requires dedicated radio telescope time, which is expensive and competitive. Private initiatives may fund independent searches. Hessdalen Lights, ESA and Norwegian researchers continue monitoring. New spectroscopy equipment may identify chemical signatures that explain the light's structure and behavior. The universe is not required to make sense to us. It is required only to exist in all its beauty and mystery as a testament to the Creator's infinite knowledge and power. These 7 photographs remind us that science is not about having all the answers. It is about asking better questions with humility and wonder. If this story made you think differently about the cosmos, watch this next. 5 impossible things NASA still can't explain. Because the universe still has lessons to teach us.